guys, it's Carolina here from KarolinasKrafts and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to do a tutorial as I'm finishing up the last two sheets from this collection called Be My Valentine by Craftsmart. So we are going to be making a gift bag. I mentioned in one of my Christmas videos that I have a lot of like Christmas gift bags to make, which I still totally have to do. But since I'm on Valentine's Day right now, I thought I would just do the tutorial with my Valentine's Day paper. So these are the last two sheets I have. I also pulled two sheets from my stash. This is just like a dots and stripes from Echo Park. It's not like exactly a red match. It's from here. But I figured I'm gonna use it. So let me write down some measurements first and then we are gonna get started. So you're gonna need two pieces of 12 by 12. So 2 times 12 by 12. I mean, I'm using 12 by 12 because we always have these large sheets that we don't know how to use otherwise. So I'm just gonna turn them into gift bags. On one of the 12 by 12, so one of the 12 by 12s, you're gonna score, so I'm making my size 12 by 12 by 5 inches. You could do whatever size you want, but I'm doing by 5 inches, so I'm gonna be scoring at 2.5, or I put 2.5, I could have just wrote 2.5, okay? These other pieces, so that's your full size, let me put full size 12 by 12. Your other pattern, so you're gonna need two pieces patterned. So because I'm doing mine by 5 inches, you could do this with any size, but let's say I'm doing 5 inches, right? So I want 5 inches here, and then you need another inch on each side, meaning that I need mine to be 7 inches because you need a hinge. So you're gonna need two other pieces that are gonna be 7 by 12. On the 12-inch side, you're gonna score at 2.5. And then on the 7-inch side, you're gonna score at 1, 3.5, and 6. All right, so that's gonna give you 2.5 on each one, meaning it's by 2.5. Does that make sense so far? Are we kind of getting this? And I'm gonna show you guys how to do all of that scoring in a second. And then you're gonna need two pieces that are like your hinges because these are 12 by 12. We're not taking anything away from this, so we need to add additional hinges. So you're gonna need two pieces that measure 2 by 5, and you're just gonna score along the 2-inch side, score at 1 inch. Okay, so I'm gonna share with you guys what all of that looks like right now. Okay, so let me cut these down. My patterned papers, and like I said, those need to be 7 by 12. So we already have the 12 inches, and I just need to do that 7. So cut these at 7. Okay, so I guess I'll do these two pieces first with you guys. So take your two pieces that measure 7 by 12, and you're gonna grab your scoreboard. Okay, so I'm gonna line this up on the 12-inch side. On the 12-inch side, I'm gonna score at 2.5, okay? If this is directional, just know that wherever you're scoring, this is your bottom. So when you flip that, that is your bottom piece, okay? So score at 2.5, then you're gonna flip it to the 7-inch side. Trying to make sure you guys could see. And you're gonna score at 1 inch all the way down. You're gonna score at 6 inches all the way down. And then you're gonna score at 3.5 because that's half of 7, but you're only gonna score that up until this bottom score line. So 3.5 up until that bottom score line right there. You're gonna do the same thing on this other piece. So on the 12-inch side, you're gonna score at 2.5. Okay, turn it We're gonna score at 1 inch all the way down, 6 inches all the way down, and 3.5 up until that bottom score line. Okay. Additionally, you're also gonna need to do some more scoring on here. So I don't think this is gonna work the greatest, but I grabbed a foam mat and a ruler, and from this piece, that middle score line, to this 1 inch score line, you're gonna score again. So line up your ruler, and I'm gonna be scoring right here. And I'm just using like a softer surface so I could get some of that crease. Okay, so I know like where it's scoring, and you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So from that middle to the edge. And I'm trying to be somewhat gentle here because I don't want to puncture a hole either. So just enough for me to kind of like see that score line. And the same thing here. I mean, maybe it'll work better without that. Maybe I shouldn't use that at all. I mean, it works better with one of those tools that has like the little bally thingy at the end of it. I don't know what those are called. I feel like those are nail tools, but like for your nails. Actually, this kind of works too. Just enough to get some of that score line so you can see where you're gonna fold. And the same thing here. I thought it would work better on this thing, but actually it just works better on your desk. Okay. So those are these two pieces, and you're just gonna fold. So fold the outside pieces in, because those are gonna get attached. That is like your hinge to get attached to these larger 12 by 12s. Okay. Then this piece is kind of gonna get folded in half up until that score line, obviously. And then these corner pieces are kind of going to get folded inwards, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to fold along that line. Same thing on the other side. Okay. And then I think this piece just gets folded up. Okay, so then you're just gonna need some white cardstock. I'm using a 110-pound cardstock, and I cut this to be 2 inches wide by 5 inches tall. You're gonna need 2 pieces. These are gonna be your hinge. And on the 2-inch side, I just put it in my scoreboard, just like this, 2 inches up on top, and I scored at 1 inch. So you're gonna need 2 pieces like that. That is gonna be your hinge. And then with this piece on one of the 12 by 12s, I just put this into my scoreboard. So this is the direction that it's supposed to be. You're gonna turn it, and because I'm doing my bag 12 by 12 by 5, whatever's half of that third number, you're gonna score at that halfway mark. So half of 5 is 2.5, so I scored at 2.5. If you are doing 12 by 12 by 6, you would score at 3. If you're doing by 7, you'd score at 3.5, and so on, whatever size you're doing. All right, so now we are ready to put this together, but I'm gonna be using some tape, some double-sided tape here. So I'm using this tape from scrapbook.com. I think this is 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, not quite an inch. I really need to find some 1-inch tape. But this is what I got right here. But I would like to find like a exact 1-inch tape. That would be good. My ruler's on my desk, so I'm just kind of using that as my score tape cutter. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on these outer hinges. Okay, and then this one as well. These are easy to do, guys. They just do take some time. And sometimes it's just easier to go buy a gift bag. But if you have some time on your hands and you don't have anything coming up like right away, then definitely just make these bags ahead of time, because we all have those like papers anyway, right? I also forgot I needed a base piece, you guys. All right, I totally forgot to write that down, so I'm gonna write it down here. So my base, 1 times base. I'm gonna need something that measures 12 by 7, and then on the 7-inch side, I'm gonna score at 1 6. Okay, because I just need a hinge. So I'm gonna take this. For now, we're gonna use pink because that's what I have in my stash for like a sturdy 12 by 12. Like that's what I got. So 12 by 7. Okay, and then I have enough for a slightly or a lot smaller of a bag. And then I'm gonna score this, like I said, on the 7-inch side at 1 inch and then 6 inches. So that gives me that 5-inch in the middle. And same thing here. I'm gonna go ahead and fold these. And yes, we're just using my ruler as my bone folder because I'm too lazy to go find my ruler, or to go find my bone folder right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this tape again and just put down my tape. Okay, so I decided to get my bone folder now and some glue because obviously you guys see that my tape doesn't cover everything. So I am going to be adding in some glue as well. But I'm peeling back some of this tape for this bottom piece. And I'm hoping I'm like in frame the whole time, so it's kind of like hard to show with such a big bag. But I'm putting tape, or not tape, some glue at the tops there. And I'm gonna take my first piece of 12 by 12 that doesn't have any score lines on it. I'm going to line it up here at the bottom, and the other side. Just trying to line up as best as I can before I take down all that tape. Okay, just gonna open this up now and go in and try to get that glue stuck down as well. Okay, so you have that piece. I'm gonna flip it over, open this bottom. See, it's so hard to show you. It's like a deconstructed gift bag right now. And I first learned how to do this from, I think her name is Sam Calcott, UK or something. I first learned how to do this from her. She didn't have a 12 by 12 by 5, and that's the size that I wanted to do. But she has a bunch of other sizes on her channel. She's got like a whole playlist. I didn't see a 12 by 12 by 5 at least. I think I saw a 12 by 12 by 6 and a 12 by 12 by 8. But I just wanted to go over how you guys could even do this with whatever measurements that you guys have. or that you need. All right, so laying this down. Okay, so now we have that other piece, and that was the folded one. It doesn't really matter which one you put down first. They're both gonna need to come down at some point. Okay, but this is just gonna allow you to kind of fold this bag flat. So that's what it's gonna look like so far. Okay, now I'm gonna open this back up. I'm gonna take my hinge pieces, which I probably should have done pink hinges at this point now because I did pink bottom, but oh well. So I'm gonna take my hinge and I'm just gonna line it up on the edges here. Actually, I think I might want to miter these corners a little bit, just a tad, just to make sure I can get these on nicely. All right, so I've got that piece, and I'm gonna do the same with this, and I didn't put any glue down. Should have. Well, it's okay actually. Because that one I glued down correctly when I put the tape down, which I put towards the score line instead of at the bottom. Like this one needs some glue. The other one is just sticking out on these bottom pieces, but okay. All right, so sorry guys, my head is under the camera. Kind of got to see what I'm doing to line it up. So that's all you're doing. You're lining it up in between there. Okay, so you're gonna have a bag that looks like this. Then you're gonna take these pieces, okay, and you're gonna attach it here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna flip these score lines the other way for now, and then we'll flip it back after. But when you attach this, you only want to get that inside attached to there. You don't want to get those outside score lines. So if it helps you see, fold those score lines in the other way temporarily, just like I did. Again, camera, my head is under the camera. But all right, so I got those down, and now I could flip these back the other way. Okay, so that's there on that side, and I'm gonna do the same thing on this one. So again, I'm gonna fold these the other way temporarily, just so I can see what I'm doing. And wherever you have all these extra score lines, that's your bottom piece, just so you guys know. Okay, adding some glue. I probably don't even need that glue, but just in case. All right, gonna fold this in, and I'm lining it up. Okay, and then I'm gonna fold that back out, and now I could fold these score lines back in. Okay, so now we're almost done with the bag here. Next up, you're just gonna attach these pieces here. So take down a little piece of your tape. You guys could see, I just took down a little piece. I'm gonna line up the top here. And then I'm gonna take down the rest of my tape. And then you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna flip and do the same thing on the other side before you do the other side piece in a way. Okay, so I'm gonna peel back some tape. Lift this up. I'm gonna try to attach just the bottom first. Okay, and actually now that I'm holding this on top, I could probably just attach the rest. Maybe that's the trick, start from the bottom. And then the top. Yeah, I would just go like your whole, start from the bottom and then just make your way up. All right, so we got that side done. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, gonna peel that piece back. Okay, get that stuck down, and then this last piece. I know it's like so hard to see what I am doing. The bag is so big. I'm trying, you guys, I'm trying. But definitely check out that other channel because she's got great videos on this. And I totally ripped my tape. Okay, so now that everything is stuck down, this bag should fold flat. And I'm just trying to do that. Hold on. You gotta like still manipulate the papers to fold the way that you want them to. Alright. That one's gonna fold there. It's along these lines right there. There we go. Because nobody wants these full bags in their closet. We want them to lay flat, right? So once you have that, you could kind of just go over all those score lines and make sure those lines know where to go. So you have your bag, and then it just opens up like so. Now, there's a couple of different things you could do here for your little like ribbon at the top. So a couple of different things you could do. One, you could add eyelets up here and then do either ribbon, or if you have like a shoelace or those special things for gift bags, you could do that. You can also make a handle with paper. You would just start rolling the paper at an angle. And and then you could use that. Now, if you're using that, you would obviously have to glue it here, and then you would need a reinforcement piece up here to kind of hold that in. So you could also reuse like Target bags, those paper bags. They have like those handles as well, so you could reuse those as well. Last time I made it, I just made my own paper handle. This time, I think I'm just gonna use some eyelets. I think maybe. Let me see what I have. You know what, guys? I'm gonna do this where I'm reusing a Marshalls bag. So I have this bag from Marshalls, and you see how they have like a reinforcement after they put down the paper. I'm gonna take this off because I'm just gonna use this handle. It works. It's a great way to repurpose some of those bags. Just use them for the handle. Let me cut that off so I can make that straight. Okay, then we're gonna need like an additional piece because obviously I'm gonna probably put some pink, I guess, now in the bottom in here. Or I guess we could do white, but I already have the pink that I cut. So I'm gonna take that leftover pink cardstock, and it has to be by 12 inches. And what is the length of this? This is about 2 inches. And this is 5 inches. Oh, not my scoreboard. I need my paper cutter. So we're just gonna use that whole entire thing. So this is 5 inches. I'm gonna cut this at 2.5. And that's gonna be my reinforcement for my handles. But like I said, you could do eyelets. Just measure where you want to put your eyelets, put ribbon through. You could totally do that as well. But I'm gonna do this because we're just gonna reuse. So I'm gonna put some glue down. And I want to get this in the middle, just probably like around here. So I'm just gonna glue it down. That looks about right. So just get that stuck down. I mean, you don't even have to reinforce it. Craft is totally fine, but I'm gonna reinforce it with my pink paper. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I don't even care that there's holes in it because I am reinforcing it with my pink paper. Okay, so now this one's gonna go face down because I flipped the bag again. And then just trying to line this up in the center. You could try to line it up with your handles. That looks pretty good. And then get that stuck down in my bone folder. And then these, actually I'm just gonna use double-sided tape. So I have 2-inch size tape. I'm just gonna use these. I need to clean my room, you guys. I couldn't even find my larger bone folder. That's not the one I was looking for. I was looking for something else, but can't find it. That means my room needs a little bit of a cleaning, and my tools need to be put back where they're supposed to go so that I can find them. Okay, but I'm gonna finish this video and then I'm gonna go clean And on top of that, I'll be able to write off this paper pad. So that'll be good. All right, and then I'm just gonna add in a 1/2 inch, like I guess this is a little shorter than 1/2 inch, 3/8 of an inch piece, just to get that covered as much as possible. Okay, and I'm just covering up exactly like where I put down those handles. So take your piece, we're gonna line it up on the inside here, line it up at the top, and then just press down. There we go. That's all there is to it, you guys. And actually, I didn't do a good job lining that up there. So now I have some I gotta cut off. Obviously, I can't cut off on the handles. And if you have like a paper trimmer, or not a paper trimmer, but if you have like a X-Acto knife, you could use that. I'm gonna flip this over. Nope, flip it over this way. And I'm gonna do the other one, and I'm gonna try to be better at doing this one. Okay, so I'm gonna get that in there. Again, I'm trying to line it up as best as I can. And that moved. You know what? I think this needs to be a teensy bit shorter. Because I think it moved because it was touching the edge there. Okay, so now it could fold better. And then I gotta go in and remove the other tape. And then I'm just pressing down. I mean, it's not the best job I did on this. And you know what? It's handmade. It's okay. I used up the paper I had left in that paper pad, so this is what the inside looks like. You unfold that, and there you go. And that's what that looks like. Again, I should have done pink hinges on the inside as well. And then you see how I have some cracking here? Actually, that already ripped. You might want to reinforce that. It doesn't happen with all the paper, and it didn't happen to me before, but you could see that already ripped right here. You want to reinforce that from the inside, whether you're putting tape on it, maybe Tyvek, though Tyvek I think it's hard, but you want to use some kind of tape that's going to reinforce that bag. So I'm going to go in with some tape right after this. You ideally want to use one that's not going to rip, so even like regular Scotch tape would rip, but because of the constant folding and stuff, over time that's going to wear and tear or clearly wear and tear as I'm just doing and making my bag. But you know what? I have a bag ready to go. I will fix it up. I have a bag ready to go for Valentine's Day. It is a decent size. You could fit quite a bit in here. I feel good that I reused some handles, and overall I think it looks really good. It would look better if you use matching coordinating paper like cardstock, but other than that, that is how you make a gift bag, you guys. So I hope you guys were able to like see what I'm doing in the video. It's really hard to film this, but I hope that you guys were able to see something and have fun making your own bags, you guys. Anyway, so that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next crafty video. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.